I used to have this really mean boyfriend. We never had any money, and we lived in this block house, and we didn't have money for alcohol either, even though alcohol is cheap. And so we would walk around and we would look for cans, take them to a recycling place for a few dollars. One day we're at this like new place. It's like a trailer park, but the trailers are really far apart from each other, and we were looking for cans. And my boyfriend did something that just pissed me off, and then he turned around and he smacked me. I got so mad, I was just done. So I leave him and I start walking up the road. Now, mind you, we're in the middle of nowhere. It's a dirt road, like a sandy kind of dirt road, so it's getting all up in my shoes. Come up on this one house, it's like a double wide, and there's people in the yard. And so I go up to them and I'm like, hey, can I use your phone? And the mom of the family was like so incredibly nice. She was like, of course you can use the phone, like come on in. The dad of the family, he was really nice too, and there were two kids and really needed to use the bathroom too. And I asked her if I could use their bathroom, and she was like, of course you can. We're going into the bathroom, and I remember they had 3-ply toilet paper, like rich people toilet paper. They had a little rug that went around, like around the toilet. I was crying, and I had like a mark on me. I came back out of the bathroom, and they were like, before you go, do you mind if we pray with you? I was like, okay, like we can do that. At this time, my hair was falling out in chunks. I didn't wear any makeup. I was skinny as a rail. I had bruises up and down my body. I had track marks on my arms and my neck. I was not a pretty sight to behold. But these people just invite me into their house and come on in and we pray for you. I remember feeling like dirty, and I didn't want to get their house dirty. They just started praying, and mom, the dad, and the two kids, they kind of like joined hands, and the mom was praying like big time prayers. Like my eyes weren't open, but they weren't closed. I kept like looking around a little bit. When I came out of the house, my boyfriend was there, and I was having trouble getting a ride anyway. So I was like, screw it, I'm just gonna go with him. And I never thought about those people again. A few years later, I committed my crime. I went to prison. I got sober. That memory never even crossed my mind at all. So I go to prison, I get out of prison, and one day I'm driving to my job. And night shift, I worked at Ryan's. On the way there, I remember looking at like some big sign, or like a road sign. For some reason, that memory popped into my head. Like I hadn't even thought of it in all those years, and then suddenly I remembered. I was like, wow, I forgot that happened. Yeah, these people prayed for me. This time I was a Christian and living my life right, and I was a brand new person. I go to work, standing up there just talking to the cashier. A family walks in and they're walking down, and you would like grab your plates and you would grab your silverware and like your cup, and then you would come through and pay. So they're grabbing their stuff and I'm waiting, and I look and like tell you guys, like I had no recollection of what these people look like. None. And the same day that memory popped back into my head, within 2 hours, it was them. They were coming through the line. And I just knew it, but I didn't know it. Like I suspected it. I was like, is that those people? Or am I just like thinking about it because it was just in my head? I get them all seated and everything. And then he goes, do you remember us? The dad of the family. I was like, I think I do. And we started talking, and yes, it was them, the people who prayed for me. It was just incredible. It's just so cool that there are people like that in the world. They ended up being like a huge part of my life.